Hey guys, Drastics here with the first F1 2013 career mode I'm going to be doing. It's going to be the first race. As you can see, I've chosen the Toro Rosso as my car for the season. And I've gone for the boring name Aero Drastics. Maybe I wasn't funny enough or clever enough to come up with a funny name, but there we go, gone for the boring option. And as you can see, we're going to be doing full qualifying with 25% race. But I'm not going to bore you with the whole qualifying. I'll just show you my times and the highlights and stuff like that. And we're going to be doing Legend AI with all the assists off and Park Ferme on, as you would do. And yeah, it's going to be interesting for the first F1 2013 career mode and career mode overall, because I didn't do one in F1 2012. As we now enter the track and we're on Q1, after we're about to come over the line and see what we did on the prime tyres, we get 5th place at the moment, but it doesn't look too good when I retire. I got really lucky and ended up just scraping through in P16. So yeah, not going to be making that mistake again. And as you guess, go straight onto the option tyres and hoping to get through more comfortably in this next session and hopefully get through to Q3 a bit more easier. But we're about to come over the line again and we get P10, so we're scraping through these sessions, getting lucky as hell. And to be honest, I knew I made a big sort of mess up with my setup. As soon as I got on track, it didn't feel right, and my driving weren't that good either, so that didn't help. But as we're now in Q3, we actually go 4/10 slower than we did in Q2, so messed up that qualifying completely. But P10 for the start of the race, for my first race, ain't too bad. Even though considering my driving wasn't the best, and you'll see in the race as well, it weren't too that good either. But hopefully we can get a good start. As you see, we're changing the fuel settings and didn't know what to do. Cautious was the best on 2012, so we go for that again. And we got Perez in front of us for the start of the race with Raikkonen in front of him. And behind us we got Grosjean, so you sort of guessed my reaction when I saw that. Didn't like him being there. Sort of shit my pants a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't ruin my race at the start and into turn 1. Hopefully we can get a good start and get a bit of a gap on him. But here we go then on the grid. Tyre wear's a big issue in this game as well. Apparently the AI lasts longer, so that'll be a bit of fun trying to control that. But here we go then off the line, and didn't get a good start. Looking behind, all the cars got a way better start than me, but we sort of keep them behind. We're up into 9th now. Provisionally in 8th for a split second, but up into 9th, and hopefully we can get a couple of cars down into this next corner. They're a bit early on the brakes still, so we actually get late on the brakes and get a massive dive down the inside, tapping Massa a bit there, getting round him now as he tries to hold it off, but it doesn't work. Getting past Webber as well, cut the corner a bit, but as you see, he's lost his front wing, so didn't gain an advantage there. We would have got past him anyway pretty easily. And now up into 5th, so we've gained 5 places in the first half of the lap already. Don't think we'll be catching Hamilton. As you see there, we skipped to lap 3. Nothing really happened, was on my own, all that sort of part of the race, or part of them 2 laps anyway. And as you see there, now tyre wear's kicked in lap 4, and well, coming up to that lap 4 now, and tyre wear's kicked in, and you can see the cars behind are gaining pretty fast on me. Now, I really wanted to go as long as I could. Maybe I could have carried on a bit more, maybe a lap or 2 more, but I sort of decided to pit in lap 4, end of lap 4, just to see what happened, to get the know of the undercut and stuff like that. And yeah, the guys behind are catching up massively here. Looking behind them, sort of thinking, how are these keeping their tyres? But everyone knows that they've got a bit of an advantage over the player in the tyre department, but it makes for good racing, it makes for a good little battle, so it doesn't really annoy me. As we're now about to pit, and they've caught up massively, easily a second and a half in that lap, as we decide to pit. A lap, maybe I could have gone a lap more, tried to keep them behind as long as possible, but I don't think that would have worked. So we're going to lean now mixture, and hoping for a good pit stop, first pit stop of the career mode. We're on the front right tyre man now. Done a good job. 3.1 seconds. pretty good, pretty good. And now we're in 13th place. Probably getting anyone else? 13th is that? So we got Gutierrez, or obviously hasn't pitted yet. No one's really pitted. I think I saw one car pit earlier. It looks like they're having a little battle in front of us. But we just want to try and get the time over these people that haven't pitted yet, who are just behind us, like Massa. And we'll see where we're coming now. Down the pit straight. We've got DRS, so that should help us a bit to jump these guys a little bit. We'll see where they're coming out. We'll see him coming out now. Who's that? Is that Button? We go past. We got Alonso. We're going to try and get past him, but put the throttle down too early and just have a little wheel spin, which lets him break away from us a little bit. We now got DRS again, just to sort of keep with him as we lost traction at that last corner. And we're going to save our curves, I think, nearer the end of the lap, just to, if we maybe get a bit nearer to him, we can have a little go down on one of the corners. But now we've got to try and get rid of Button and catch up to Alonso. I pitted, is it one lap earlier than them? So they got the sort of tyre life, one more lap tyre life in them. So they'll be pretty fast at the end of the lap as I go a bit wide there. Which, I don't know, maybe gave me a bit of an advantage. But yeah, we've got to catch up to these Alonso. They're a lot quicker AI this time, which is good. And as you see there, massive crash. I don't know who takes who out there, but it slows down the Vettel and Alonso massively. It slows me down, and Button is able to catch up. So a bit hectic there as Button goes for the move around the outside, leaving the track. Illegal overtake, I would say, but I don't know. We was going pretty slow, me and Alonso. And he managed that move. Pretty good move, to be honest. You wouldn't see that the AI doing that in 2012, but it's great you can see him doing that in 2013. Just makes for great racing against the AI. And as I know, I've got DRS, but which is no use because they're too far in front. And now we got Raikkonen behind us as we skip to lap 8, and we see Alonso's took off into the distance somewhere with Button just in front of us. Now we got, I think Raikkonen's really close to the gap. He's 8 tenths now. He's come from quite a way back, I think, and closed under a second. So he's going to have DRS in the after the last corner, and hopefully we can defend him from overtaking us. And we want to catch Button a bit because he's just sitting there. The last couple of laps, he's sitting there. He hasn't really gained on us. But Alonso, you can see he's just took off into the distance, catching the cars in front. And you can see now Raikkonen way catching me up big time, under braking. See his little arrow popping up. That's not good for me. And you look behind there, I wonder how has he caught up so quick. How far behind is he now? He's caught up around about 5 tenths in the last couple of corners, and I'm thinking I've got to hold this off for another 6 laps. I'm not going to be able to do it. So I've decided to keep my curves now. I'm going to have to keep my curves as long as around the lap as possible. Just so when he does try and make the move, I can sort of try and hopefully defend it and keep the place. But my target was, I think, 8th, was it? I can't remember. I think it was 8th. And we're now in 7th, so even though we do finish 8th, we'll get our target. But we want to try and defend this place from Raikkonen as he's all over us as we skip to lap 14. And it stayed the same. We've kept him behind him for that long. Kept him behind us for that long, and he's now 3 tenths still. It was pretty hectic, and I think it was just the same them few laps. He was just behind and just couldn't get past. We was managing the curves just to keep him from passing. And yeah, a really good race. I mean, the AI are just so fun to drive with, and maybe we can keep him behind for these next couple of the laps. I mean, I think he must have pitted a lap later than us as well. As he goes down for the inside, I still got a little bit of curves, but I don't use it because there we go, we hold him off. So he's backing out as I go really wide, and he's dropped off massively. So he must have made a mistake maybe, or just braked really early as he didn't go for the move. But there you go again, his arrow's right behind us again, under braking. So I'm going to have to try and pick the speed up if I want to try and keep this place till the end of the race. We're actually in 6th, so I don't know what's happened there. Maybe someone's gone on the primes and had a little long run and pitted, which I didn't see. But we're actually in 6th now, so that's better. That's better. We can keep 6th place. I'll be happy with that for our first race. And we're actually in -1, so I didn't know what to do here. I was in -1, and I was thinking I really want to keep this place. But if I go in lean, he's going to take me somewhere around the middle of the lap, so I wouldn't have a chance really to get it back in the last corner after the last corner. So I kept it in standard, trying to gain a little bit of a gap so I can put it in lean in the last half of the lap. But as you can see, he's just sticking to me. He's just sticking to me every corner. I look behind and he's right there. I just can't do anything to shake him off. He's got that extra bit of tyre life in his tyres, as he pitted 1 lap later than me, I think, and I just couldn't do nothing about it. I was wheel spinning out of corners. I was going over my limit in the wheel spinning and trying to gain that every little bit of time to get away from him, just to get that bit of gap so I can go and lean. And he just weren't going anywhere. He was just sticking behind me the whole way. And now I put it in lean, thinking maybe I've got enough fuel to the end now. I just got to hope that he doesn't try and pass me, which he's going to do anyway. But I've got just about half my cars left to try and keep him. And now coming up to second to last corner, he's right behind me now. He's basically touching the back of my car. He's really trying to get past me. I'm just making my car as wide as possible and trying to keep him behind. And we actually go now. Look how close he is. I lose all my cars. I go right. What am I doing? And I actually run out of fuel and I lose it on the line. If I went into lean a couple of seconds earlier, maybe I would have had it. And if I didn't turn right over the line, I anticipated him turning right and I could sort of hold him off, but he didn't. He just kept going, and stupid mistake. But there we go. P7 in my first race. Could have had 6 so easily if I just went in lean a little bit earlier, but we didn't, and there we go. Team are happy with that, it looks like. He's really happy, the one in the background, and smiling away. And yeah, P7, I'm happy with that for the first race. Really good race, battle with Raikkonen at the end, keeping him behind for so long, but stupid thinking by me, just couldn't keep him behind. But anyway, Malaysia next. Hopefully you can join me there, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.